Hey guys, this is Quinn. How are y'all doing? So, the topic for this week, or the topics, are one, how do you know, or how do I know I'm trans? And two, how did I come out to my grandparents? Both of these might be pretty long, so I'm probably going to break them up into two videos. Hope that's okay with you guys. So, how I knew I was trans. I didn't for a long time. For the majority of my life. I was 33 last year, and I finally came out as trans. My wife had asked me all along throughout our relationship, and I've been with her for 5 years, married for 2, and we've known each other for 14. So, off and on, about every 6 months to a year, a couple times a year maybe, she'd ask me, "Are you sure you're not a boy? Because if you are, tell me like right now." I mean, she wouldn't word it like that, but I would feel like she was kind of pressuring me to go ahead and say it. And I'm like, my answer was, I think I know by now. So, I guess repression plays a big part in it. First of all, I didn't have the vocabulary to connect to my feelings growing up. Like, I didn't know the word trans or transgender or what that meant. I really, I don't want to say I was a tomboy, because I feel like that's taking away from the fact that I'm a real boy, but, we can't help our past or how we were born. So I was a tomboy growing up. I clung to everything masculine. I played Little League Baseball. I guess that for me, doing drugs was a lot easier than coping with how I really felt about myself, because I always felt different. So I did some pretty bad, really hard drugs for about 10 years. And I'm happy to say that later this year, I'll be 9 years sober. So yay for me. And you would think that once I got sober, I would, bam, have clarity and be like, oh my god, I'm a boy. But it didn't happen that quick. And I've heard that, drugs affect your brain chemistry so much that it takes, anywhere from 5 to 7 years to, for your brain to kind of repair all the bad effects that drugs have caused. So, sorry, this is so drawn out. I should have written it down. So, how did I know I was trans? I didn't. And then, every conversation I would have with my wife about it, which she would bring up, she would be like, "Are you sure you're not a boy?" And I'm like, "I think I know by now." And then she'd be like, because I couldn't hang with it. Like, I'm a lesbian, and I couldn't be there. Like, I couldn't be with a trans guy. I couldn't be with a guy. She had 2 prior friendships with trans guys before they transitioned, and one of them I think she went on a date with pre-transition, before he identified as trans. He was, just a butch lesbian, and she dated him once, I think. And then post-transition, he asked her out again, and she's like, "I'm sorry, I can't, I'm a lesbian, like, I don't dig dudes." So she was always like, I don't know, that might be a deal breaker. So I was always, even if a little bitty part of me wanted to wonder, I was kind of scared that I would lose her over it. So one day we were just driving down the road, and she was like, "Hey, I love you, and I couldn't live a day without you. And if you ever came to me and told me that you were a boy, I wouldn't leave you, because, I love you, and I don't love your gender. I love you as a person." And I think that kind of allowed me to wonder mentally and explore my gender options. And I realized that I was questioning my gender identity. And it took me, that was in December of 2012, that conversation. And it took me until about February of last year to be like, oh my god, you know, stay in bed crying all day because I'm so confused and conflicted about it, and, you know, just YouTube the hell out of some trans videos, till Carrie, my wife, finally came to me and said, hey, what's going on? You've been acting really weird for 2 weeks, and I've let you have your space, but now I gotta know. Should I be concerned? And so I kind of, you know, with my tail between my legs, told her I was questioning my gender. Because it rocked my world, too. Not only hers, but mine. And it was hard to accept. It was harder to accept this than the fact that I thought I was gay back when I came out as a lesbian. But there was never really one defining moment in my life where I was like, ding, a light bulb. It was just a slow, kind of gradual, painful process, mentally anyway, to make this realization. And, you know, so I told her I was questioning my gender, and she, you know, cried and cried and said she was going to miss my lady parts, which I have a big, horrible relationship with the word ladies. I hate it. And, you know, that was before she kind of was familiar with transsensitivity, if that's a phrase, it should be. And, you know, she, of course, grieved for the lesbian relationship that she had had for 2 years. Or, not 2 years, 4 years, sorry. And that was completely natural. And now she's, you know, the captain of my home team. She's totally in my corner, 100% behind me. I just had top surgery, and she was there taking care of me for the whole time. I'll show you guys. Let's see. It's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, so anyway, off that subject, so when I got my binder, my first binder, something definitely clicked. I put it on, I put a shirt on, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe how fucking flat I am. Like, it totally just blew my mind, and I felt attractive for the very first time in my whole life. And it blew me away. And I think if anything clicked that meant I was trans, it was that moment. And yeah, so if you're a late bloomer, if you're questioning, don't sweat it. Everyone has their own process. It's all different. Like, just be cool and try to know yourself, you know? I think I will make, if it's okay with the rest of the channel, I'm going to make my How Did I Come Out to My Grandparents video a little bit later and post it, because that will be a long one. I did come out to them, and it went great. And then 7 months later, after my granny passed, which was last month, I was disowned by that side of my family. And that video is going to take a while. So we'll hit on that next week. I hope I was helpful. If any of you guys have any questions or comments, please comment below, or you can find my channel. It's called Quinn Within, 2 separate words, on YouTube. And shameless plugs, you can find me on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Quinn Oliver Music. You can follow my music there. Thursday will be my 6 days post-op, or 6 weeks post-op. So I'll be back to playing music, hopefully, slowly. But I do have a couple good videos on there you should check out. One about top surgery is pretty cool. So yeah, that's all I got. You can follow me on Instagram at Isle of Monte Cristo, like the book, The Count of Monte Cristo. And I think that's about all I've got. Oh, let me introduce you to my newest family member here. That is Jelly Belly. I don't know if you can see her, but we got a rat. We had 2, Peanut Butter and Jelly, but Peanut Butter died after 2 days, so now we only have Jelly. Anyway, this is me for Tuesday, guys, and I will make another video and post it later about the second topic. Alright, peace.